Hello everyone, we have the finals of the AOD Mystery Tournament now, and we're going to have our runners play Runbow. They have never played this game before, as far as I know. It's a 2D platformer. The goal here is to get all the way to that level with the S on the right. Whichever runner gets farther, or whichever runner beats that level first, will advance. And this is the top 4, so the 4 best times from the previous round. I guess I'll give you guys a countdown if you're ready. Alright, in 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, so Runbow. This is a very interesting little 2D platformer. The main gimmick of the game is that you have platforms that are color-coded, and they actually disappear based on the current background color as well. So it's literally a case of, if you don't see it, it doesn't exist. So everything is built up on cycles in this game as well, so as long as you go at optimal speeds, everything will be the exact same way every time. Of course, you got some basic enemies here. They really don't damage you, they just kind of knock you back, but one thing that will kill you is falling to your death and crushing. And I guarantee you, there will be some of that today.
Yeah, so as Ozzy said, the background will change color, which will then eliminate stuff in the foreground. As far as basic gameplay mechanics otherwise go, the players have a jump and a double jump, as well as a dash. So that's how they're going to be moving around through every single level. And most of the levels are just reach the end and get the trophy. Some of them are collect coins, some are defeat X amount of enemies.
And already, there's players like Vulajin I've seen, he's actually beating some of the cycles here to actually get through like the little holes in the walls that you would otherwise couldn't get through because of the color.
Yeah, Vulajin's making good use of the color change mechanic.
No, oh!
Oh! Arion almost had the save there.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing with this game is every time you die, you basically have to restart the level from the very beginning. All the levels are really short in terms of like if you're just going as fast as you possibly can. It's like 30 seconds for most levels, 40 seconds for others. I think the longest level I ever done in this game was like 1:30. And that's about average, really.
Yeah. Fun fact, each level has like a goal time, 3 different goal times, and the 3 medal tier is actually like 7 seconds off the developer's best time.
Oh!
Never give up.
Except
now.
So the goal that they're here is to get to the far right of the level select screen to the S. That is the Centaur challenge, and it's the equivalent of the main goal of the player campaign. In this case, we are only having them go after one of them because, you know, we have other things to do today. But the Centaur challenge is often considered the more difficult stages by far, particularly when you get to Centaur and you actually have to punch her in the face. So we're going. One other thing to note here on the level select screen, you'll notice that the next levels and the surrounding ones are green. This actually signifies the... can't talk. This actually tells you how difficult the next level you're going into is. Green being easiest, red being really brutally hard.
As you can see in this level, the enemies have color shields, which will disappear when the background changes to the appropriate color. But while the shield is up, you can't harm that enemy in any way, shape, or form.
I think the biggest challenge they're gonna get is the triple jump because the triple jump is really what's going to give you the air recovery you need to correct a lot of your dumb jump mistakes, and especially when it comes to just like Because platforms are disappearing and reappearing all the time, that is a constant problem. So anytime you can afford to just hold off your triple jump to use it for an emergency, do it. Oh, and nice. Vulajin, successful. That's actually... Yeah, that one was actually a level I was expecting to go bad for some people, but that was very well done. But now we're into the gotta go fast level. This is where it introduces the power up. You pick it up and you go faster. You pick up another one, you go even faster. And you pick up another, you go so fast you actually can't control what you're doing.
Be careful in this level, by the way, because if you are sprinting too fast and go off the top of the screen, you will die.
Well, that's a win.
Alright, that's never happened before, but okay.
Alright.
Arion is one spike ball away from victory, and he made it.
Okay, Vulajin's now in constant cave-in, and this one is all about being able to recognize patterns in the spikes to match the multicolored background here. It's actually possible to beat some of these cycles of the falling ceiling, but you gotta understand, this while it is important for them to go fast, it's often going to be, in the case of a blind race like this, where the most safest, assured way to get through is just going to be faster than them because they'll less likely die. And death in this game is pretty brutal.
Vulajin making quick work of all of those levels, getting the top medal times. Arion is sprinting his way through this level. Ah. I once asked the developers, 13 AM Games, how long they spent making all these little quips that happen when the player dies. Apparently that was their favorite part of development, and they just keep making more. Hey, you got an achievement. Good job, Arion.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't turn on quiet mode.
It's okay. You need to ascend the platforms, Vulajin. Alright, the runners have about 2.5 minutes to get to the boss level. Whoever is farther along in that path at the end of 10 minutes will advance. However, no one is going home empty-handed, as all 4 of these runners will get a prize.
Yeah, that's the one thing that is a kind of deceptively. It doesn't look like it like this would be that hard, all things considered, but it's kind of like Contra Syndrome, where the ground below you doesn't exist anymore, so you can't like come back up. And on top of that, it feels like you're going up this thing really slowly at times, and sometimes it's really hard to tell if you're like moving at all. But you are. Eventually, you will see that ledge to climb up there, but be careful. In the case of Vulajin, he found out it's really easy to accidentally like bonk a wall, and you lose all your upward momentum. There he goes. All right. Let's see if AerionBlue actually... He has some time here to actually catch up if he can get through this level pretty easy. Vulajin, one trip out. This is the one that teaches you that you need to go down to go up. Yeah. But there you go. Like I said, these are some of the easier levels. Later levels in this game just get downright evil with the multicolored array of crap you have to go through.
We haven't even gotten to the lasers yet. All right, we're coming up on the 10-minute mark. We will keep going if a tiebreaker is needed. All right, Arion does have a chance to continue. Oh! All right. So Vulajin will advance. Thank you, both of our runners. Thank you, Arion. Thank you, Vulajin. See me afterwards for your prize. Yes.
Cool. Just want to cut in real quick here while we're switching over. We got a $2,500 donation from moon_OW. Thank you so much. Donation message is just sour, please. So I'm going to assume that chat is going to spam the crap out of that. Much deserved. And we'll be back with some more Runbow here in the mystery tournament. Thank you.
Well, okay, we're good. We're back. Hello, everybody. Now, we have Epikai and TheLonelyBoson. Anyway, are you two ready, gentlemen? All right, in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, for this round, instead of having them go all the way right, like we were having the last two runners going before, this time they're going to make a slight divergence at about halfway through the levels and head up to the other S. So they're going to have an already idea from watching the previous runners before with these levels, but once you get to the newer levels, it's probably going to get a little bit more interesting. So they're just going to go through the ropes here. It's pretty much, you know, baby's first platformer level. Let's do this, right? But colors. Oh, and they're already really doing good with dealing with the enemy. One thing I really like about this game is you wouldn't think about it, that you would think the forward dash mechanic in this game would be kind of clunky at first, but it's actually really kind of well thought out in terms of like how far distance it can go, and it punishes you for using it. You can't like abuse it constantly.
Right, our runners are practically synced up in the same level. Right, so again, the runners have a double jump as well as a dash, which functions as a triple jump. They can also dash left or right, and they can ground pound. Kai taking the more dangerous lower path. And Boson takes a slight lead. On to charge it to my card. Yeah, getting those punches is trickier than it seems, especially with the spikes right above them. And the little blimpies are causing some trouble, I see.
And just like your typical everyday 2D platformer, yes, you can jump off of enemies to get additional height. In fact, later on, it's going to be absolutely required in order to get through some of the trickier areas. If these players are clever enough, they'll figure it out pretty quickly. Yes, sometimes that does happen. No! Unfortunately, they're going to have to go through that level again, but that's all right. Again, we are going to have going as far as 10 minutes here. Whoever is furthest along, and we mean in level. Basically, if we reach 10 minutes and they're both on the same level, we're going to go to the tiebreaker would be the first person to complete the actual level they're already on. All right, making progress here by Boson. And Epic Kai is making his way forward. He should be able to get through this last enemy here. And there he goes. Nicely done. And no! Anyways, we're back to here at this level again. We said before, this is when the level first introduced enemies with shields that are colored. And the only way you can actually jump on or hurt these enemies is when the... yeah, the color does sneak up on you. There we go. All right. We're getting to, I believe, this is... Yep, Boulderama. Do not be fooled by these boulders. Even though they don't, like, hurt you as they're falling down, they have just enough power to kind of like just knock you down and just keep pushing you to the death pits. Whoa!
Is that an IL strat?
No, I've never seen that before in my life.
I told you, give anything to a Castlevania runner, it's gonna break.
Pro tip, you're supposed to live. All right, Boson is on to the train level, I believe.
I wonder if we should show him the real. Okay, master cover.
Good patience on that spike ball.
Yeah, that spike ball gets
All aboard the pain train.
Alright. And that's the fun of going fast. Yeah, there's some levels with the speed power up that just I don't like them. It's really hard to control yourself when you're going that fast. All right, I believe we're getting to the newer levels now. No, it's after this would be one of the newer levels. Pain Train? Yeah, okay. Yeah, just it's pretty difficult. The only thing I would say about this level that, just a general advice is, again, the platforms are all set. They're always going to be there no matter what you do. So just kind of remembering where they are according to your position is going to make a huge difference in correcting your jumps. Runbow. All right, getting to that next section again. See if Boson can actually do it. He's learning that he needs to get past this level, so he's taking a little patient. I completely understand that. Here's to that next section. And that's done it. Boson is done with that level. Moving on. And that Epic Kai taking it right there. Moving on to the next intermediate level in the path here. This one is I Lava You. So, I Lava You is going to introduce, I don't know. Oh yeah, lava. The trick here is to just use the mushrooms here to your advantage. And here's in the case of where the mushrooms are bad for you, because if you land on them, it forces you to go back up when you're trying to go down. Oh, and lava.
Did I forget to mention that? Trappy Days is a bit of a troll level. You'll find out why in a moment. I told you it was a troll level. It did. It did say uphill battle. All right, and we're at the 10-minute mark, so Epic Eye will advance. We'll get our next runners set up and be back with more Runbow action.
All right. So we have a wonderful, exciting mystery race here, and we had some donations come through while we were doing that. So while we're setting up for the finale, let's go ahead and read off some of those donations. I have $30 from Danger Tater. It says, I'm happy for the Mario block. Good luck to all the runners, but make sure Pooh isn't sneaking in any marbles. Pretty important. We have a $30 donation from Anonymous with no comment, but thank you so much. We also had $84 from Beirut, says this should meet the glitch level showcase incentive for Mario Maker. Happy to see so many Super Mario Maker community members around, hoping to a Pooh and Ryu collaboration in the future. So that did actually meet our Super Mario Maker custom glitch level showcase, which is awesome. That will be the next run coming up, and we'll be adding that on to that wonderful race. We also had a $3 donation from Yoshi Must Win, which I want to point out is incorrect and wrong, and they should not donate this $3. But they said to put Yoshi ahead in the character war for Mario Party 2, which is coming up after Super Mario Maker. Currently, Yoshi is winning at $74 to the correct choice, which is Wario, for $73. So if you want to beat that awful Yoshi choice, all you have to do is give us $2 towards Wario, or $75 towards, I don't know, DK. That'd be a good choice. Certainly some options for you. Also, I have another big donation. I have another big announcement due to the big donation that we had earlier. We did hit our $5,000 goal raised, so that means that we do have our milestone for this wonderful, wonderful Tetris Grandmaster run as well near the end of the marathon. So awesome! Woo!
And we're back. We're actually going to have a small tiebreaker here to settle a little dispute. So runners, if you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. So this level is River of Styx. They will be trying to cross the River Styx. I don't know. I apologize for nothing. Sometimes the safe path is deceiving. Reminder, the first player to beat this level advances. So close. Shoutouts to Fladerby. Totally. And the Lonely Boson will advance to the finals. Thank you from everybody. And we're back with the grand finals of the Californiathon 2 Mystery Tournament. This is Runbow, the DLC Satura Space Adventure. The runners are going to go straight up to the first map piece that you see there. This DLC features some new mechanics that kind of mess with the color change mechanics. Runners, are you ready? All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. This first level is Push My Buttons. As you can guess, they have to push some buttons. So those platforms won't stay there forever. Vulajin discovering the secret tech that if you land on a platform, even just slightly, it does reset your double jump and dash. So in a lot of the DLC, as opposed to the background changing color, they'll have other aspects that will change color, thus revealing platforms or a portal, anything. Planet of the Portals will have the runners running through, you guessed it, some portals. By the way, momentum does carry through portals, in case anyone is wondering. Bouncing on enemies will also reset your double jump and your dash. Boson is done with the Planet of the Portals. Vulajin has a nice recovery and also finishes the level. Slam jam, thank you ma'am. So for the greater good, the players have to kill 9 enemies. As you can see, some of the enemies have a color shield. Is there a way to kill them faster even though they have a shield? Who knows? Boson advances past this level. Vulajin discovered the secret tech of killing 2 enemies at once even though one has a shield. If you take damage and then ground pound an enemy with a shield, you can break through their shield. Now we have gravity wells. As you can guess, they reverse gravity. And then the color area obviously eliminates the gravity pool. Keep in mind that down is up, and up is east. Listen to the game, gentlemen. Boson advances past the horrifying gravity wells, and Vulajin is right behind him. And now we have the hard way out. This is actually one of my favorite levels in this DLC. So now the players have to deal with alternating gravity. Or they will fall to the spikes. players are neck and neck. Vulajin, unfortunately, goes back to the beginning of the level. It's a very good level, I don't blame you.
The only thing I can really add to the overall design of Centaur Space Adventure is, for the most part, they understand. They understood there was only so much more they can do with kind of like this color-based mechanic. So adding in these extra typical conventions that you would see in most 2D platformers on top of it just adds another layer to it, and I think it makes it a pretty decent DLC, all things considered. Especially since in some ways, I consider a lot of the DLC levels to be easier than the main campaign levels. Just because these are things that you have seen in other games before. You should be somewhat familiar with them.
He did it! The absolute madman. Alright, Vulajin is on the final level, Meltdown. Gravity is a cruel mistress. Boson is patiently making his way. Boson is finished. Vulajin takes first place. Thank you, gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed today as much as I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We'll throw it back over to Boyks.